passivity and full engagement. So let's first know the meaning of passivity. Passivity, according to Bible, is a characteristics of someone who holds back and let others act. And full engagement is the opposite of that, which is when a person is physically, mentally, and spiritually aligned with a purpose beyond his self interest. So let's start with the memory verse, which says in First King chapter 8, verse 1, and it came to pass after many days that the word of the Lord came to Elijah in the third year, saying, Go, shew thyself unto Ahab, and I will send rain upon the earth. So before going to the sermon, let's have a small background check of what happened and how the rain came. So what happened is the queen Jezebel was a wicked queen. She killed many prophets and she was indulged in so many false activity that God's wrath was so much upon her and upon the kingdom and upon the people because they started to worship Baal. So God and the consequence of that was they wasn't rain for 3 years. Then after the third year, Elijah went to the king Ahab and said, God will send rain upon the earth. So as you can see on First King chapter 8 verse 42, Elijah went to Mount Carmel and he kneeled down himself and he humbled himself and started to pray to God. And after he prayed, he sent his servant and he said, Go and look towards the sea for any sign of the rain. But there was no sign of the rain. And same process happened first time, second time, till the sixth time. And on the seventh time, when his servant went and saw towards the sea, he saw the cloud of the rain. It was kind of dark. So it was a small sign which was like a hand of a man. It was a small sign, but yet it was the fulfillment of God's promise to Elijah and to the king Ahab. But the question is, why did Elijah pray when God already told him that he will send rain? Like he prayed 7 times. God didn't send the rain on the first time itself of after the prayer of Elijah. He sent the sign or he sent the rain after the seventh time of prayer. Why did Elijah humble himself and start to pray when God already told him that he will send the rain? But the answer is that God wants us to ask Him. As you can see in Matthew also, it is written, "Ask and thou shall be received." Same way in James, it is said that you do not have it because you don't ask it. Sometimes gives us so many promises. Like every year we get the promise card, we take it from the church, and there are certain promises that yet to be fulfilled. We always think that why did God didn't give me this promise. For example, many people want babies, or some people have financial issues, or some people have health issues, or education issues. Any issues they have, God have promised them that you will overcome it because I am with you. But there are certain times when we do it in the wrong way, or we ask God in the wrong way. Sometimes we don't humble ourselves as Elijah did, and we don't kneel down ourselves and humble ourselves uh, for God to give us. There is a proverb also: you don't receive it because you don't earn it. So, uh, you don't receive it because first you should earn it, then you should receive it. So same way, to receive something, you should be capable and you should earn it. Same way, God says us to ask so that He could give His reward for us. If, for example, we can take of Abraham. Abraham was 75 years when God said he would receive a son. Abraham had faith on God. They say faith and prayer go hand in hand. Same way, Abraham would have prayed to God for the child, and the reward was, we can see, after 100 years he received Isaac. So pray without ceasing until you receive the promise. we should always be a passive person. As I said, the meaning, we should always be a passive, we shouldn't be a passive person, but we should humble ourselves and we should fully engage ourselves to God, so that our physically, mentally, and spiritually we devote ourselves to God. Only then we could, God will give us the reward of His promise. So let us even also pray for our church and our congregation, and not sit back and say it is not my duty, it is the higher authority duty to handle it or to work for it. We all are a member of it, and we should also engage ourselves in all the activity. Amen.